Welcome everyone to the second session of Star Wars ReUP, which is using the old D6 game that you may remember if you've played games for far too long. The West End Games version, but revised, expanded, and updated to include all of the original trilogy, as well as there's some other movies that supposedly came out with Star Wars ahead of them. That stuff's in there too. This is the second session. If you haven't seen the first, you should jump back to see the mess that they've gotten themselves into. And so now we will begin as we begin kind of laying into a place that is on 1313. It is known as the Blind Womp Rat, and I've got one more picture to share. So let me share the picture here as we take a look at the Blind Womp Rat. Of course, we've got some synthesizer music in the background. It's got some old pieces of engines from Rex and the like. This is on level 1313, but some of the pilots that are a little less reputable will meet here before they take off, and there are a pair of attractive Twi'leks who enter the bar, and the camera seems to fancy them for some reason. It might be because they're, attractive and very photogenic. So when the camera pans into these pair, the first one that we see is Aola. Aola, what does the camera see when you enter the the Blind Womp Rat?
Aola is, as aforementioned, a Twi'lek. She's got the bluish skin and very lithe, but also actually dressed, unlike a lot of Twi'leks. So she's dressed in, it's probably actually a skirt of some sort, and it's Star Wars, so like the skirt's all uneven, and the top is all weird and uneven, and but it's actually like one piece, and it's not skimpy or attractive like that at all, but it's still attractive because she's a Twi'lek and Star Wars, also role-playing character.
All of those things are cute very well. Excellent. Standing beside her, not looking like her mate, actually maybe looking, I don't know what the expression on Tal's face is. What do we see? What's the camera see of Tal when he's entering the Blind Womp Rat?
A little anxious, a little nervous. Always keeping an eye on Aola. This is Tal. He's her older, overprotective brother. He's kind of dressed very practical, kind of browns and tans. Everything that on him has some kind of purpose, some kind of function. No excessive frill or anything. And he's just kind of eager to get what needs to be done here and out of here, because he just feels like everyone's staring at him, and he doesn't like that.
Well, he's attractive in his own right. It could be a complimentary thing, Tal. Why are you so suspicious?
Well, because I just ran into some money recently, and I know the people that own this money are probably going to be looking for us, and I would like to be off of Coruscant.
That's pretty smart.
Yesterday.
You're a smart guy. So tell us, Aola, how is it that you found out about this Rendar Bach pilot?
A friend of a friend. It's one of the bartenders at that club we went to last time that I can't remember the name of. But basically, we went back there with Deck, said our goodbyes, and Deck pointed us in the direction of this bartender who knows people, and he pointed us in the direction of Rendar.
Nice. So the pair of you come in, and you recognize from his description, which the bartender said basically face flaps and eye patch was generally all you remember from the rambling description of Rendar Bach. So where is it that Rendar is in the Blind Womp Rat bar?
I think he's actually at the bar on one of the stools.
Nice.
Kind of hunched over. He's a pretty large fellow. And he's just probably calling the barman over and,
I don't think he's going to be taller than like Qui-Gon Jinn, right? Because there was some problems with that character's height. So I think he's like that tall. Like is he Wookiee tall?
He's not Wookiee tall. It's
Okay,
not quite that.
it's not quite Wookiee tall. Awesome, and as you guys may have recognized the Ugnaught behind the bar, but that he's in a nice little he's got a little bow tie and like a nice black vest. So he's behind the bar and he's serving up everybody up. He's on like this little hovering type deal as he moves back and forth because it was really made for like a regular human tall individual because it's Coruscant and they're super humanocentric. So Tal and Aola, you think that's Rindar Bach up at the bar. What do you do?
Want to go grab a booth while I grab our pilot?
Sure.
Nice. Sweet. So as you're what is Rindar doing? Does he just drink quietly? Is he the kind of person who would chat with his neighbor? Does he talk to the bartender?
I think maybe there's a chattier drunk sitting also beside him, one of the other regulars, and he just grunts and doesn't look at him occasionally in response to conversation.
Nice. So there's a guy. He's got like a pig snout face, but he looks otherwise kind of human, and he's talking about like, yeah, he's been around the block, so to speak, and he's won in a few different systems, so don't mess with him. And then he stops and he looks over your shoulder and he's like, oh yeah, check out what's coming our way. He slaps you on the shoulder there. And you see there's in the mirror, kind of, because it's a bar, so you see the mirror. You see that it's attractive Twi'lek girl. You were told that it was a pair of Twi'leks. Did you realize that, like, do you find Twi'leks attractive? I'm just curious.
Not really. I mean, they got that whole mouth thing like humans have. It's pretty revolting.
Nice.
I mean, each their own, but really.
Awesome. So yeah, you walk up, Aola, and you see the pig snout guy. His face is like a little molten on one side. Maybe he took some blaster burns or something. And he's like,
I kind of turn to him and just go away. Not to the Twi'lek, to the snout-faced guy.
I'm just sitting here. I'm not hurting anybody. But
I got a better
could.
idea. Why don't we go over there? And she'll point to whatever booth Tal's grabbed.
Fine. Another ball.
Yeah.
To the bar.
Yeah, Ugnaught, he grunts. So we cut over to Tal. Tal, you find one booth that's got a person who's sleeping in it, and then the next booth is empty, but it's kind of filthy. Like somebody had some kind of weird peanut type deals, and they just ate they occasionally hit the gaping hole in their face, but mostly just left you presents. What do you do with the booth? Just sitting on the droppings?
I sigh and go to trying to clean it up as best I can.
Sweet.
Or
All right,
contain it, yeah, but I'd
kind
rather
of
do that
brushing it
than...
off into the floor, doing that like hand slappy thing, like pah, pah. Cool. All right,
Yeah.
so Aola and then eventually Rindar, the two of you come up, and Tal's cleaned off the booth. Oh man, I gotta ask this question. So do Aola and Tal sit on the same side, or how does the seating go? 'Cause this is a booth. I'm kind of just curious.
I'm assuming they sit on the same side.
Yeah.
All right, Rindar, you get to sit across from these two tailheads. So you got your bottle.
Yeah. I don't
I am
offer
the
any
voice
of
of Coruscant, guys. Don't be offended.
It is so speciest.
Yeah,
It is totally humanocentric.
You're such a Tridendal gamer.
Tridendal. I don't even know what that means. It sounds cool. Getting a card made out Tridendal thing.
I kind of keep my hand on the bottle and I don't offer any of it.
Nice. Yeah, it's like on the you can only see part of the label. It's these guys' hands clustered like in a vice-like grip, but it says like Argo Blaster or something. Okay, well, you've got your
You're on
pilot.
off planet.
Sorry, what was that, Alex?
I heard you want off-planet.
Yeah,
That's right.
as soon as possible.
Cost you.
How
That's
much?
fine.
I'm trying to think. Oh, what would be the kind of reasonable price? I think he's like going to double it.
If you wanted to take them without any stops anywhere else, sorry.
Yeah.
I think 1,000 credits for a head would be expensive but reasonable.
5,000.
5,000.
It's okay, Ayla.
You want off-planet or not?
Yeah. I think situations dictate we need to leave.
The girl seems unsure.
Well, he's the one with the money, so I guess he gets to make the decisions.
Okay then. Up front.
Okay. Now, how in Star Wars, how does handing over credits work? If I mean, it's not like you can give change back kind of thing. You just hand the whole. You just transfer them out.
Yeah, I think it's just you can kind of transfer. I imagine I'm stealing from Shadowrun, and I don't care because it's both trad games, so you can do. They transfer. It's like OSR.
Okay.
So cred stick into like reader. There you go. Done.
There you go. Okay. I
So,
pop a
yeah,
cred
so you can
stick
produce
over.
like a crystal, like a little cred stick that's made into a data crystal, and I'm sure Render has some kind of reader where you can pull the credits off of that, and it's one of those like you enter the data, he accepts it, you hit another thing to say go, you hit another thing go. We have some cool like CGI going on with the interface.
Do you have like a little projection interface, like it projects above?
Look,
Pretty
little
much.
coins.
It's like a little animation. Little pointing up. It's not. Yeah, we're trying to bridge the gap between the original trilogy and some cool new stuff. So we have a little bit, but we still try to keep it a little black boxy, a little refined. Few too many sideburns, that kind of thing.
I kind of I do the do press the buttons, transfer goes through. Okay, 3 hours. Hang 14. I just get up and walk away. Oh, and drag my ball with me.
That's great. You grab your Argyle Blaster bottle there. As you two are kind of finalizing, I know, Aola, you're keeping an eye on things, so I'm going to give you I'm just trying to make sure I call the right skill type. It's like a perceptive type roll. Let's see, what is a fair skill for that? I had that list. I'm just going to see if I can look right at what you have and see what makes most sense. You don't
I
have
don't really.
anything. It's awesome. So we'll just call it straight up perceptions.
Yeah.
Because that's a stat.
Because that's a stat.
I know, it's pretty easy. We're going to call it a 10. So with this game system, what you do is you have a pool of 6-sided dice. You roll all of them together, but one of them will be called a wild die. The way we're defining that is we're using DiceStream, which is an app which is still using the old version of Google Hangouts. Thank God, please don't take it away. It's worth every penny. I don't pay for it. And so we call the leftmost die the wild die. If that rolls as a 1, then there could be a complication, which I'll introduce. If it rolls as a 6, it's open-ended, which means that you get to roll it again. And if you get another 6, you could roll it again. Then you sum all of that total, and you go against the target number, which I'll set, which for this one is easy. It's a 10.
Whew. That's not good.
It is not good. It appears that we have a 4, a 6, and a 1, but then there's a 1 on the wild die. Oh, goodness. Well, guess what? You get to keep that.
Thanks.
So Aola, you do notice at the door is a squad of 6 stormtroopers that are talking to the attractive Togruta male, who is kind of the maestro, not the maitre d, and no, this is like a cantina bar. Who the hell's going to have a maitre d at a cantina bar? There is no person who's stopping them at the front. They are just coming right in, like they own the joint. There are 6 stormtroopers who are coming inside. By the way, stormtroopers work for the Republic, and they're part of the new face of the Republic. The Emperor Palpatine's way dead. There's no Empire anymore, although you guys are scum. So, what do you want to do?
Nudging Tal. And you said this is like as they're finishing up their transaction.
Yeah, you just finished up, and he said, 3 hours, and he's about to Rendar is about to grab his bottle and head out.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys get separated at this point, could be a problem.
Yeah. So she's nudging Tal, and she doesn't want to spook the pilot because Tal has done such a piss poor job of negotiation anyway.
He's got to be on his right side, like 5,000. Okay, we'll take it.
Anything more you need? Maybe some for fuel, docking fees.
Facial
now you mention it.
moisture.
I didn't want him to ask questions.
So she's using her Leku and telling him, stormtroopers at the door.
I love that Twi'leks have an entire Leku, which is the tails that come. They can gesture with that, like a sign language. They have an entire gesture for stormtroopers.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yes. Eskimos have like 30 words for snow. You guys have your own word for stormtroopers. Makes sense. What do you do, Tal?
And we don't want him to get separated from us.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that he's probably going to run to his ship. He's got your money. I'm just saying.
Up front.
So how about we make that? How about we change that 3 hours to 10 minutes? To Rendar before he walks off.
Oh, and Rendar, you just noticed that there are 6 stormtroopers at the door, and they're headed in. You've got a number of booths here. They could be for some other reason. Maybe this is a watering hole here in 1313 for stormtroopers.
Okay, I kind of sigh and just kind of glance at where the kind of stormtroopers are looking, and I kind of quickly just look. Very surreptitious? No, I can't even say that word.
Surreptitious?
A sly glance at my my new cargo, and see if they're looking a bit spooked.
Yeah, Aola's definitely, you can tell, probably tell, keeping an eye on them. Just kind of dividing her attention between them and Tal.
Aola's smart enough that there is egress at the back. If you head towards the back of the bar, there's another way to get out of here. I would imagine. Be smart enough to know that. And Rendar, you've been here before, so you know that too.
Bok is going to head directly towards the stormtroopers.
Oh, I gotta see this. Awesome. So, the stormtroopers, they've got their helmets have been modified slightly so that they don't remind people of the Imperials. There was a committee. It was like a multi-special committee that was gathered together. Then budgetary concerns, they really couldn't modify the helmets too much. So they're still in white. Their goggle eyes are a little slightly different shaped. One of them, he's got like a shoulder paddy type thing. You know that it's his insignia. He's a sergeant, and he says over his little headset mic thing. He says, "Sir."
Hey, Roma, you're looking for 2 miscreants?
Yes, sir. Looking for 2 Twi'leks.
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah, hangar 333. saw a pilot talking to them not 2 hours ago.
Nice. That plays right into their suspicions. How are you going to be able to trick them? I see here, Rendar, that you're used to dealing with stormtroopers. While this is more of a con than a command, I think I think I'm going to let you go ahead and make a command roll to try to get these stormtroopers off to another hangar. It's pretty difficult though because they've gotten some good. Someone sold you guys out, Tal and Aola, because this is Star Wars, so there has to be shooting. So this is going to be a really high difficulty. I'm gonna put this at a 21. It's very difficult to convince these guys that it's not here.
Okay, so I roll my command stormtrooper specialization dice.
Yes, you do. So you have a total of 6 dice that you'll be rolling. Six six-siders. Your leftmost die will be your wild die. Now you have 2 character points, which kind of jumpstart you a little bit there, Rendar. And those character points can be used for building your character, like increasing skills and the like later, or you can spend them for a particular die roll. And what it does, it gives you an open-ended 6-sided die to add in.
Oh, by the way, my dice stream app thing seems to have disappeared.
Uh-oh. Well, we got a couple choices. You can either drop out and rejoin and see if that works for you, or you can ask one of the other 2 player characters to roll.
Because it'll annoy me if I don't have this later, so I'm going to quickly drop out and jump in.
Okay.
Excellent. So in the meantime, I was going to borrow from an old encounter from Classic Campaigns, which was an actual West End Games release, and this is set a few years after the Return of the Jedi. So some of the mentions of the Rebellion I had to excise. Just didn't even realize until the last minute. I'm like, hey, someone claiming to be part of the Rebellion probably doesn't fly so much after the Rebellion became the Republic. Cool. Do you want to see if you have live dice stream back?
I do. I have dice stream back.
Hooray!
So I think I'll use a point so I get 1 more d6.
Yes, and what we've played is just that'll be your rightmost, so your left and rightmost. Now on a character point, if you roll a 1, it doesn't hurt you. It's just a 1 and a waste of your character points.
Numbers.
Holy crap!
Excellent.
That is a lot of dice. So you get to roll your 6-sider again. Now, be careful in the dice stream setting. If you have your settings set to erase when you go for a new one, you don't want to do that. Let's quickly add this up. So we got 10 plus 7 to 9. We have 25 now. But if you want to roll that 6-sider again, you can do that.
Oh, which one's that? The 2?
Well, that 6-sider, the 6-sider on the leftmost side, which was your wild die, you rolled a 6, so you get to roll it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be added to.
Correct.
Okay. I was going to say, it's a 6 already. That's pretty good. But okay. Adds to. Okay. So you added it all out, but that was 25. So I'll just roll.
Somebody else want to check my math, but I got 6, 4, 10, 7, 23, 25. That's what I have.
I'll trust
Hello, Boodle! Okay, sorry.
A 4.
Nice, that's 29. That's amazing. Do these guys know you, Rendar Punk? It's up to you. It's 29.
Possibly. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, that
Sweet.
might have been why.
Yeah, that one kind of, he steps to and he says, Commander Bach, absolutely. Let's go. Hanger, whatever the guy said. Because he ruined it.
I think I'm still holding my bottle and just kind of give a little, kind of salute thingy gesture.
Sweet. The stormtroopers start walking off, and the shortest stormtrooper, he's like to the sergeant, like, do you know that guy? He's like, you idiot, don't you? And out the door. So, Tal and Aola, did you guys take off, or were you kind of hanging around to see what your pilot was going to do?
I think I was kind of hanging around.
Yeah.
Because I was 99% sure he was about to betray us. And I kind of wanted to shoot him if he did.
It's awesome. I thought he was going to betray you too.
It's a traditional game. I'm not allowed to do that.
You could do it. We just stop playing with you. later.
Oh yeah, good point.
We just changed the time of the game slightly.
Did I get taken over by an NPC who's been discussed earlier?
Oh, speaking of an NPC that was discussed earlier, there's this snout face guy who like rolls up on the two of you from the bar. Tal, you saw this guy earlier, and he says, "Hey, I heard that you might be in a little trouble, you two."
Can I walk up behind?
Give me a second. But yes, you can.
All right. Oh,
Exactly. Where'd you hear this?
Oh, it's all over. I've got my ear to things. I heard there's all points on you too. They don't have your description, but there aren't a whole lot of pretty blue Twi'leks who run around, you know. And,
Well, did you hear what we did?
No, I heard you were in trouble. They wanted to get you for questioning. What'd you do?
And she'll kind of lean around Tal and gesture for him to lean in close. Tal
Yes.
took a stormtrooper and flayed him alive, and then spread him out for the rest of his squad mates to find.
That's. He looks to Tal. What's
I
Tal's
just
reaction?
lean back. Lean back, cross my arms, just stare at him.
All right, well, you guys, good luck getting off course. What? Oh yeah, I've got to go. My ale is back at someone could steal it, so I'm going back there. And then he starts walking quickly as Rindar walks up.
Yeah, does he bump into Rendar on the way?
Yeah, he
As
bumps,
he's backing up?
into Rindar and he's like, "Oh, excuse me."
Maybe 3 hours is a little long.
Yeah, here.
Follow me.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. So yeah, we have the three of you kind of walking out of the bar, and then there's this moment where it goes to the Ugnaughts face. You can hear Snout Guy talking. He's like, "Yeah, she was totally into me, but I had to tell her no. You know, I've got my girl back home. You know how it is." Yeah, and I was just wiping out a glass like. This big bristling beard there. And so then we do a screen wipe, and we come into. Oh, you like my hand gesture for screen wipe? It's pretty
That's
awesome, huh?
amazing.
High tech. I spare no expense with your imagination. So we pick up in a hangar bay, and we get to see none other than
The legendary.
the legendary legend. Wait for it, dairy. Giant box with. It looks like this is maybe the crappiest ship you have ever seen, Aola. It literally looks like someone took a cardboard box and just cut out a little place for a cockpit and just jammed it in there. It's there where it's not ugly brown. It's kind of an orangey rust. You're not entirely sure it's functional, but he's walking towards it in the hangar. Rindarbach.
Is your ship behind there?
Look, kid, you on off planet or not? I give it a kick to one of the kind of support struts, and the door opens.
Door opens and the whole
And-
thing just kind of
No,
wobbles.
it's more like
tiny
the ramp.
Oh,
entry
right.
ramp.
Right, it
That-
drops.
Yeah,
It
it
like
just
drops and thunks.
Yeah, there's not like a pneumatic slow hiss. It's just thunk. It's a little cloud dust.
Can it break atmosphere?
Survived the last few.
Maybe I did pay too much. Okay. Guess let's go.
Really?
Do we really have any choice?
Well, according to you.
Bucket, start the engines.
You see, coming across like at the top of the ramp inside the ship is you guys remember the white and red R2 unit that blew up on Tatooine? That version but kind of
5 minutes earlier.
yeah, 5 minutes earlier is the battle damaged R2 unit. New from Cam
Towel.
Toys.
He says it can fly.
I'm not sure his droid can even find the droid pit.
Right. Well, you know, we can hire quietly, kind of. We can hire another pilot if it doesn't work out, but we got to get off planet quickly.
If it doesn't work
We
out,
will-
we're probably going to be spread all over the atmosphere.
You have a better choice, better option.
No.
Okay.
Is this in Leku?
No, I think we're just quietly talking.
I'm standing right here. Are you going to get on the ship or not?
Let me guess. There's probably no money back. So.
Correct.
So
I can
we've
take
already
it off
paid.
right now.
If I die, I'm coming back and haunting you.
Deal. Get on the ship. I throw my bottle, it's now empty, since the walk into the dirt. And
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry, but I'm a trad GM here, so I am going to, just to see how addled you may or may not be for the next little bit, I want you to give me a strength roll, Renderbach. It's pretty easy, but you just chugged down an entire bottle, so I'm going to put a difficulty as a 9. And if you fail, then I'm going to give you a 1 die penalty to your next action.
okay, my strength is 3 plus 2.
Plus
I
2?
think.
2 plus 2
pips.
pips. Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
So that
So-
means you're going to roll 3 6-sided dice, and then you add plus 2 to the end of whatever your result is. And
Okay.
leftmost is a wild die, because this could be fun. Looks pretty good. No problems. You roll a 13. Easy peasy. You've had this kind of argle blaster what of stuff all the time.
That's nothing. I need 2 before I even fly.
Nice. Cool. So we kind of cut to. Oh, by the way, I imagine that you've got the cockpit, Rendar. You can get into the cockpit. You've got some areas to move around in. Like, are there sleeping quarters for these 2 Twi'leks? Where do they sit?
Basically, there's a cockpit the size of an airplane cockpit, like a passenger plane cockpit, and then behind there's a room.
You're like a space trucker, aren't you?
Yeah, basically, it's basically a room the size of a very, very large bed, but with a small bed on one side, and then just a bit of space on the other. And then in the back, there's the cargo hold. That's it.
Nice. Okay.
And I would say about 10% of my my bedroom is taken up by just the droid plugged into the wall.
That's right, because it has to charge a lot. It can't hold a charge very well anymore, so it's like constantly recharging.
Yeah.
It's like an iPhone 4, you know? It's still around. It'll still do stuff. Won't run many of the apps anymore. Got to charge it all the time. It's a brick. It's hard to break all the way. Yeah, so Bucket, I'm going to give him male gender because I'm an asshole. And it's trad game, so you do that. So he rolls his way over, and you see out of his little compartment opens up, and he puts a beer in this little can holder area, right specifically where Rendar likes it, by the cockpit. So speak to you.
I give him like a little pat on the head and get into the seat. There's nothing to strap yourself down or anywhere other than my seat.
Oh, it's awesome. Cool. So Tal, Aola, what are the 2 of you doing? It looks like Rendar's getting ready to take off.
Do you have chairs? Preferably with seatbelts.
Oh, no, but that reminds me. Go close the hangar door thing. Don't want to hit atmosphere with that open.
Just hit the button?
No, pull it up. It'll click into place.
You hear off screen, what? It's got a rope? Can we tie it down?
There's a hook. Just wrap it round.
This is definitely not
I'm
factory installed.
I'm like hitting buttons and
How old is your ship?
it's rude to ask a lady your age, so just sit down.
And Aola like does that thing where she's clearly like looking around, like where?
There's a dirty mattress and some rags.
Great.
You just hear Tal muttering, I definitely paid too much.
Nice. Okay, so we'll kind of we fast forward a little bit. It's like one of the screen kind of close type deals, and then we see the Craven Eagle, right? Is it Craven Eagle? I wrote it down, and I already forgot it. I just want to make sure I got it right. Okay, yes, the Craven Eagle is pulling up. We got the thrusters. We pan inside, and we see the slightly worried face of Aola, the much more worried face of Tal. Is it getting vibrating like someone's shaking the camera? And there's like little rust bits kind of falling down around them. There's this thing, just the whole thing is vibrating. It's awesome. Tal's literally vibrating. It's amazing. We take off. The iris closes from this hangar, and then all of a sudden you guys are jetting off into space. Who knows how long you'll survive? Anything that you like? There's no lounge. Just a general idea, like how does Rendar Bach really spend his time? You're currently on the Prelimian trade route. You've got to deliver a lot of mechanical parts that you got on the cheap in 1313, where they've got a black market, and they were trying to move something really hot. And you've gotten it off 1313. You're going to resell it to the species that exists there, and Rich has forgotten it, and I had to reduce the size of my notes to make it fit on our qual. So give me just a second here, and I'll look it back up again. There is a sentient insectoid species that inhabits the asteroid belt that is the Roche system. And they're called the Verpines. And that's who you're delivering your cargo to. So how does Rendar Bach spend his time during these long routes on the Colombian trade route?
He's got his feet up on the dashboard in the cockpit, like kind of leaning back in the chair, drinking his beer and the bucket provided for him. I think it's like twiddles some switches above and like tunes into the kind of galactic radio.
Nice. What kind of tunes come on? Like space jazz?
Yeah, something smooth.
Nice. So we got some cool like synthesizer jazz going on.
Yeah.
Like a crooner singing about broken all four of his hearts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice. Love it. Tal and Aola, you've got a bed now. So, there you go. Space Roach Hotel. Bucket comes over, and his little compartment opens up, and he, like his little arm, offers you a beer.
Bucket. Enough of that.
I'll take it. Thank you.
It's room temperature.
Of course it is. Aren't you a little sweetie pie?
I throw something at Bucket.
Bucket falls over. It goes, little smoke.
Kid, put him back upright. No get anything done.
Yeah, I'll set him right.
Okay. You're not sure if he's fully operable, although that may be his default state. You any good with droids there, tech guy, Tao?
Not. I'm good at programming, not repair.
Awesome. Aola, you're mostly good with breaking things, if I recall.
True story.
Or gambling things. Awesome. Cool. So the three of you truck along, and we do another bit of time, and then so we bring into the next scene. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's been a good bit of time. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we will pick back up with some of the bizarre wonderment that is our Star Wars ReUP games. We'll take 5 minutes.
So, Tal, while no one else is here, what exactly is our plan?
I know. I was just asked, where are we going?
We are good at planning.
I think we just panicked.
Probably.
Guess we're going to this bug planet.
That sounds safe. I pick you. You know a Verpine, and Roche.
Sure.
I got us this pilot and this great ship.
I almost see us sitting like on his bunk, kind of one of those sitting very still, not touching anything, not wanting to bother or dirty or get dirty.
You're afraid of what that weird stain is?
Yeah, I'm just not quite sure, and I know I'm not really gonna sleep well. I think I might
At
just
all?
go to the cargo bay and sleep on the floor. Might be better.
Yeah, I didn't establish it, but I was thinking that the Roche system, that you guys would know of Verpine or two and be able to establish contact. It's all in your
It's good.
backstory.
It's all in the backstory. Excellent.
Sure.
You didn't read your backstory?
Well, I mean, I skimmed it, but
It
I
was
know
10
I know.
pages,
I must have
so
overlooked
I
that.
understand.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I picked up the high points.
Yeah.
Also, I really regret wearing this shirt now.
What's the shirt?
It's got some stormtroopers on it, and it says "Support our troops."
I just wear my boring Death Star plans shirt.
How boring, Death Stars. Ugh.
What do you got, Will?
It's
Of
all Star Killers now.
the Mount Rushmore.
Wait, I see Vader, Trooper, Boba Fett. Who else? Make a noise.
Emperor?
Palpatine?
Yeah.
I can't remember if you guys are Phineas and Ferb fans, but last Monday there was even though the show's concluded, they did a one-off called the Alka Files, which was just all Perry all the time. It was brilliant. And there was, I guess the nefarious villain was, he was Dr. Parenthesis.
Thesis.
Yes.
Sadly, I have no T-shirts. Well, I have a T-shirt, but not a Star Wars
But
one.
you have a little dude.
I have attempted to recreate my character in Lego form using a Star Wars figure and a Lord of the Rings Lego figure dwarf.
That is the
That
best.
qualifies. That's
He
efficient.
doesn't have an eye patch on this one, so this is pre-eye patch time.
This is back when he was still a commander.
Oh, I should have really gone. I've got an officer, an Imperial officer uniform. Lego figure. I could slap that on.
We will expect you to do better next week.
I apologize.
Sweet. All right, so we pick up with you guys kind of the midpoint, and so here I'm gonna show you guys a cool map. Mostly
No
because
way.
I like this map. I love this
We like
map.
maps.
I've used the crap out of this map. This map is one of my favorite maps. Came from an old Star Wars insider that some awesome person decided to. Here we go. Decided to scan in. It's kind of the coolest. We'll just share that. We'll talk about this. Bad boy. All right. So this is Coruscant right here. Yeah. You guys are taking the Perlemian trade route. As you can see, you head out of the deep core, and you're going to actually head past the core worlds, past the colonies, all the way to Roche. This is a very long trip. The good news
That's
is
that little void where Alderaan used to be.
Roche is it is actually a. And we're jumping over to the wonder that is Wikipedia. I love this thing. It's a system located in the mid-rim. It houses the largest settlement of Verpine. Its entire is nothing but an asteroid field, and it orbits one star called Roche. And so the Verpons are highly technical. They're very technological, great, best starship engineers in the galaxy, are what some people say. Those people not being, the various other very highly technical species in the galaxy, like the Mon Calamari say they're the best starship engineers. The Duros say they're the best. I'm geeking out a little too much, so I'll shut up now. But this is where you're headed. As you can see, it's a long trip. The end. I got to show you a map. So you guys have made your way to the mid-rim at this point. I say it was the halfway point, but taking a look at the map really makes more sense for you guys who have made it to the mid-rim. When you are hailed, and you're currently out of light speed, you were not scheduled to come out of light speed at this point, Rindarbach. You should still be in light speed. You have enough fuel. The Craven Eagle should still be in light speed, but it is not. And you're currently being hailed by what appears to be, from what your astromech bucket is bringing up on the scanners, looks like a Corellian light freighter, and they're looking for audio contact. What do you do?
Open a channel bucket. Keep it audio.
Okay. By the way, Aola and especially Tau, if this is a pretty open system. It's not very well locked down because it's not highly technical. The ship systems here. So if you want to feed into any of this, you just got pulled out of light speed from the way it felt to you, and you just heard a hail come through, and you guys are feet away, so you could hear Rendar tell Bucket to open up a channel.
This Craven Eagle, Rindarbach.
Ahoy! This is Captain Jayhawk, the privateer Martinet. We mean to take your cargo. We'll let you and your vessel go free. So heave to, drop your shields, and we will fire upon you.
Okay, what do I know about? What skills do I have?
You've got a number of skills. You're made for skilling.
I am. I have space transports.
You do
Can I
have
space transport them?
Space transport is really useful since you're in one. You use that to pilot your space transport if you want to try to get the heck out of Dodge.
The thing about the Craven Eagle is it's a pile of shit. But it's a pile of shit that seemingly keeps working no matter what. It's pretty sturdy.
Cool. I agree. We are using, for just kind of base stats, the Corellian HT 2200 medium freighter. So that'll be your base stats as we try to see what's going on. I'll have to type that into. That doesn't matter. What is your first reaction? What do you want to do, Rindarbach?
I kind of look over my shoulder at them, kind of just like, shh. Do you want my internal thoughts of what I want to do, or what? My plan is.
I don't know. It's a good question. I can't remember. How do we do that?
Or do you want me just to wing it and just tell you what I'm doing as I do it?
I think you should tell me what you're doing as you do it. And if you want to share something with your passengers, then you go for it.
No. They're kids. Okay, I open the comm frequency again after I muted it for a second. Alright, coming towards you. Then I mute again.
I love it. It's cool. Okay, are you dropping a shield?
Um, would anything stop me from putting the shields back up again if I did it now? If I let them down, other than if they shot me and blew up my shields.
Yeah, if they shot you and blew up your shields, but it sounds like, being wimpy is probably gonna give him a chance to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, I drop the shields.
Nice.
Then I mute. Bucket on my mark. Shields up. Full thrusters. Just smack them right in the face. And then we run.
Sweet.
Unmute.
Awesome.
Alright, we're on our way. You on the cargo list?
Yeah, absolutely. We want the cargo list. Go ahead and beam it through.
Yeah, sure. How close are we now?
Oh, yeah, you guys are drifting closer. You're coming closer. By the way, I believe, Tal, you have mentioned that you might be interested in doing something about that other ship. As Rendar Bach opens the line of communication to the Martinet, as it is called, you can try to hack. It is going to be crazy difficult to do that, but I will give you a chance if you would like. Martinet is a Corellian engineering corporation YT-1300 transport that's been pretty heavily modified. It is longer, but not nearly as thick as yours, and it's got a whole pirate crew on it. So they probably have a techie. You may end up going against them. This will be exciting. All right. So if you want to, as you open up that line, Tal, I think you can kind of step in at this point. What do we see? Just for those people who didn't tune in last time.
You see me pull my personal computer over and open it up. I don't know exactly how they look, but I'm seeing them almost like a small little laptop kind of thing, size of a tablet. Or open that up and start.
Handy you started with to it's like a Dell, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a little bit better quality. So
Nice.
It's newer. It's not scratched up. I've already added a few stickers to it, obviously, and
Make it look a
figured
little tougher.
Yeah. And I start trying to hack into their ship because I don't know what Rindar has planned, but I'm ready to either shut down their engines or shut down their weapons or whatever we need to do. But I know I need to get in first, and that is computer programming.
All right. To get into this initially, to kind of pierce in, you're going to need to get past the astromech and kind of the built-in security for this thing, because it's got to be something crazy, right? I'm not looking. I saw you roll, so I'm not looking at that when I set my difficulty. I'm going to set this as difficult, but at the top range of difficult, so it's 20.
Okay, that's a 15.
All right, so you got a 15?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so it's a track game, so I should just say you fail. Right? That's what I should do.
Yeah, but you're a tridindle. That's our word, tridindle.
Tridindle, that's right. I'm a tridindle. So what do? Oh man, I don't even know what to do. How to push the story forward?
It's gonna take me longer. No.
So here's what happens. You start the hack, like you try to splice through, and when you do, you catch a line. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but here's the the problem is that you also centers kind of bleep again for you, Rendar, and you see four ships coming your way. They are TIE fighters, and they're hailing you as well. They're coming from an opposite direction of the Marionette, by the way, or Martinet. Marionette.
Okay, I have perception 3D, so I can use a bit of conning.
Sure.
I didn't put, yeah. Yeah, I'll answer the hail of the.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So you say, Captain, this is Captain Zebot of the Republic Expeditionary Force. We believe that are you being troubled by this Corellian light? This is a privateer. We're here to help bring security to the mid-rim, sir. Do you need assistance?
Thank you. Yeah, this is Fizbarbeck of the Black Toad. Of course, that would be fantastic. These ruffians were trying to get my cargo.
Very well. Just hold your current position.
Of course, sir. Of course.
See the Corellian light freighter. You're still trying to hack into it, Tal. You see it kind of bank, and it's starting to head away, and there are two TIE fighters kind of zoom past your ship, the the Black Toad. And you see they actually start opening fire. And then the freighter's going to take it off. And the third comes by, and then the fourth TIE fighter just kind of comes, and it starts doing a circle around the Black Toad. What do you do?
Well, if they're heading off, then I don't need to keep hacking because they're going to be out of range soon.
Yeah, probably will be if they have anything to do with it.
Well, that was my immediate concern because I'd figured Rindor might try to bolt, and if so, I was going to try to stop them in their tracks. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to back off because I don't want to draw any unnecessary attention from the Imperials.
Cool. Aola, you've got a viewport. You're kind of looking out from the crappy bedroom type there. You see there's a couple of sparks off of this Corellian light freighter, and then it banks a couple more times, and then it stops maneuvering, and then disappears. Jumps into light space, or into hyperspace, into light speed. Meanwhile, the TIE fighter is just circling you in a protective circle, Rindar.
I'm just like, there's just some obscene language muttered underneath his breath.
Bucket.
I know. Don't tell me twice.
Rindar, are we hanging around?
Can I scan the area? Is it just those TIE fighters?
Oh no, actually, that's a good question. So you're on the Pulimian trade route. So there are smatterings of small planetoids that are located here. You were in the mid rim. So if you pull a scan, yeah, there's actually a starport not far from here. Maybe they're using it as a staging ground, where they just drop off their hot objects. Or this could very well be where the Republic TIE fighters came from.
Bucket, hyperspace.
What?
I agree with the droid.
You want to stick around?
Isn't it going to look suspicious if we run too? Without a thank you?
Game of fake name. Not an idiot. And those TIE fighters can't do hyperspace, so...
Yeah, but what if they read your transmission chip?
What?
It's awesome. Okay, ignoring that, and yeah, you're gonna make a roll. So you're gonna try to jump into light speed here. I think Rendar, let's give me a space transport that's a mechanical for you, and it's not impossible because you're on a trade route.
Oh, he is.
So give me a difficulty of I think it's gonna be a 13. Failure doesn't mean you don't get into hyperspace. It just means that they captured all your details.
Yeah, space transport, 2D plus 2. Okay. What did you say, 16?
No. I said 13, but I'm going to set it 11 because you're in a trade route which is very, like, it's easily traversed. It's not like you have to worry about bumping into a whole lot of asteroids, that kind of thing.
Okay. Perfect roll.
Hold on, you do have actually some assistance from your astromech droid, so I'm going to give you 2 dice from your astromech droid because that's what he does.
Okay. Oh, plus 2.
Oh wait, so let's do the math. That's 6
12.
plus 4 plus 12. You are the worst pilot. This is the best badness ever.
I think just like out, and a bit of smoke.
Yeah, you smell burning rubber in the I don't know what the quarters in the pilot's quarters there, Ayala. It's just something like somebody lit a match to some rubber hoses or something, and a little bit of a fire starts sparking up, like some electric fire in his quarters. Looks like sparks are getting shot onto his bed. You do anything about that?
Yeah. I'm taking his pillow and putting it out.
There's a bucket in the cupboard just for that. Oh. Yeah, it happens often.
Cool, you hear like, well, you're safe, Captain Beck, and then you pop into hyperspace, and you leave the poor Republic TIE fighters behind, and continue on your way. Who knows how you even got drug out of hyperspace, but you've managed to escape. Oh, that's brilliant. Cool. All right, you guys want to do anything before we do another screen wipe here? Any last moments within that little fight, any conversation that happens as a result?
So she totally ignores the quip about the bucket, and Naola kind of delicately sets the now like black and charred pillow back on the bed. You should really get that looked at.
You're buying me a new pillow.
I think you can afford like 5 million pillows with what we're paying you.
Yeah, my money.
Also a new ship.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
I kind of grumpily sit back in my chair.
And she plops back down next to her brother.
There's like that a ripply flap of his face flaps. He's like, good ship.
Nice. Cool. All right, so we do a bit of a screen wipe. You're coming from the left to the right this time for the screen wipe, and then we an establishing shot of this asteroid field with the sun kind of coming up over it, and then the of the Craven Eagle as it comes in and heads down towards one of the starports here within the Roche system. And then we have a little bit of cool John Williams music, and then the next thing we see is the Craven Eagle is docked, and the ramp comes clanging down, and a bit more dust kicks out from it. It's on a nice, very clean hangar. Everything here is like that nice little, this is clean tech blue kind of tone to everything, and there are a number. We do the shot of the hangar. It's actually just a part of an overall large hangar, so there aren't individualized hangars. But where you land the ship is actually a moving platform. So you kind of come in, you land, and then the platform will be moved later. There are a bunch of Verpine who are the cool-looking bipedal insectoid creatures that can actually communicate via scent, but they use words. They use basic for you less refined species. And so they're gonna start taking off the Craven Eagles. I imagine that you can kind of pop into the different cargo loaders there, since it's a big box. You can actually access it from outside.
Oh, yeah, I was like, the whole back just kind of opens up in a big thing. That one kind of opens on proper pneumatics.
Nice.
Because, you don't want a 20-foot high door slamming down. That's the one that's quite hard to pull back up and tie up with rope.
You crushed our engineer. Sweet. So there's some cargo loaders and the like who are working pretty hard. And I think totally have one of the Verpine is inside this kind of robotic mechanized thing that's got these weird pincher type hands, and it's picking up pieces of cargo and lifting it off. And have you secured? Is this kind of thing where Rendar, where as a space trucker type guy, you stay here for a day or so? I imagine like you have to sign off on everything and make sure they don't pay you everything up front here because they're smart.
Yeah, I think I would have to hang around a little bit, make sure the payment comes through.
Nice. All right. So, what do you tell them now that you've landed them in a safe place and got them away from Republic control?
Right, kids. Trip's over. Got you out of your trouble. Saved your lives. I'm off to go find a bar.
Of course you are. Well, thank you, Bucket. You have been wonderful.
And then the compartment opens up again, and the hand comes out as if it were handing a beer, but there's no beer there.
Aww.
I'll shake his little hand.
It kind of pinters just a little bit, not to hurt, just like to participate in the hand gesture.
What sound does it make? Bucket, not his hand.
Does this like purring purr type thing?
Oh. He's pretty cute.
Sweet. All right. So it looks like Rendar's gonna leave you guys alone and go to the bar. What do you do?
Where do we find this contact of yours, Tal?
At the bar.
At the bar, it turns out.
Yeah.
Where else would you go?
I don't know.
I kind of take my bearings and realize I'm pointing the way that Rendar started walking. That way. I guess same place.
I guess we get to annoy him just a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm going to go and drink
kind of
the
fun.
scent of peppermint and bacon.
Oh, good.
That is an evil combination. I can't say I would want that. Oh.
Nope.
Sweet. So we come in. We have another establishing shot of the cantina bar here, and on this spaceport, this unnamed spaceport, and there's a whole lot of like. Do you guys remember when Jabba the Hutt had those like bowls of swimming around things that he would reach in?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that seems to be at like most of the tables. There's a whole lot of that. Like large table and lots of different people all sitting around it rather than one bar. And there are tons of Verpine here, mostly Verpine, but some other species as well. And just because it's awesome, there's an IG-88 droid. It's near the door.
Sorry. Big fan
I know,
of
right?
IG-88.
IG-88. He's got like the red eyes. He's just kind of looking around, looking badass because he's IG-88.
Can Buck go over and get a signature?
He like has a laser
No.
thing. Totally etches it into some kind of metal plate because that's all he deals with.
Yeah. Hold it up to show people. Good. No, Buck does not do that.
That's cool. Buck should, but Buck won't. Hey, Bucket.
He thinks about it.
Sign Bucket's head. No.
Yeah. Just...
Yeah, so Renner, you walk in. Again, the gist is there's lots of droids that will serve people various drinks. That you kind of sit at your table. Have you been here before? I guess that's kind of the main question. Renner, is this part of your like a thing that you do, or is this one of the first times you've been to Roche? That's what I need to know. Okay, Alex, stop moving.
Oh, did I?
Oh, there he is. Did you hear me?
Where's my thing? Yes, I can. There we go.
Cool. I'll re-ask the question. So, Rendar Bach, just so I know, is this the first time that you've been to this particular kind of spaceport in Roche, or have you been here a number of times before?
I think I've only been here once. Just on a short stopover. That was just a passenger drop-off, so I wasn't here long.
Cool. All right.
Quick drink,
So-
then off again.
Yeah. So you're here to take a drink, waste enough time for them to check out the cargo, and then you can receive your payment. So you head in, have a seat at one of the large tables. In the center, they've got cool, like, hollow combat going on of some kind of like sports event, and there's some people who are watching it, and a few people are throwing some credits down to bet, and that's when Aola and Tal come in, and you get another like quick glimpse of IG-88. Back to you two, and you see your Rendar Bach buddy, and then a bunch of Verpine and a few other alien species are here at this bar. So in answer to the question in chat, I was thinking that Tal has a relationship, or like a friendship, not a relationship because it's an insectoid, and that's just a little weird. But it is with Moigid. Moigid the Verpine, and he they normally are genderless, but sometimes they will affect the gender. And Moigid's a buddy of yours, and he's like one of the few contacts far enough away from Coruscant that you think maybe he can get you some work, possibly in the Outer Rim.
Further away from Muska, the better.
Yeah, far away from Hut Space and Muska the Hut, who really hates you.
Musk.
Or Muska. I don't know. You made him up, so Muska.
I don't know why I said Muska, but you're right, Muska. Either way. I head over to Moigid.
Cool. Moigid, his little antenna twitch, and he looks at you. He says, Tal, your sibling?
Yes, this is my sister, Aola.
Hi.
He does this like kind of head clicky head nod type thing. Greetings. I did not expect you so soon.
I did not expect to be here so soon, but things are what they are, so I was seeing if you might have some jobs we could pick up. Maybe Outer Rim kind of area.
Oh, there's some spice mines.
I don't necessarily want to be working in the mines. We might have access to a ship if you know of a transport we could do.
Yes. There are a few jobs you can do if you have a ship to offer. How soon can you leave?
I'd probably look over to the bar in the general area that Rendar is, seeing him drinking.
And Rendar Bach is on his second drink.
Yeah.
Pouring it high. He's tossing it back.
Give us to the morning. Is that soon enough?
Yes, soon enough. Where should I find you? What dock are you in?
We're in dock 94.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, the docks again. I didn't describe it terribly well, but I imagine it's the idea of like there's this just big wide open hangar. You come in, you land in one of the spots, they check you out. Once everything's checked out, then the moving platform will transport your ship to the actual dock area. You can't really take off from that dock area. They've had problems with Falcons and the like that cause trouble and try to take off out of nowhere. So you lock that shit down. They call this the Han Solo rule. So
Right.
awesome. So yeah, it seems like your buddy Moegid will have some transport work for you in the morning. He kind of writes down on a little data pad and will transfer you the details of the potential, like the shipment he's trying to lock down. He'll send you more details as he gets it, and
Okay.
any possible pay.
Yeah, that would be good information to know.
Yeah, I figure you've got to negotiate that, so Rich the Game Master will give that to you. Of course, if you want to negotiate for more, we can go to the dice.
To the dice.
Sure. Let's see how this works.
Sweet. Okay, so the way that we would haggle is that you would need to. Just a second. Grab my book. Come on, man. What's everything frozen up for? Come on. Oh, PDF. Okay, hold on. My PDF's not working. Cool. So if you want to bargain, that is underneath your perception, and it is a skill. So you can actually default to perception if you don't have bargain. I don't think anybody has bargain.
I have persuasion, but that's it. Okay. Let's blink perception. All right.
Cool.
Let's see how
So
well this works.
what we have is there's actually a table, which is awesome, and you will be rolling against Moegid's bargaining skill. He's acting as an agent, so we'll use his skill generally. But he's got 4D in bargain. This is his thing. So we get to roll against each other. This is a game where I, as a game master, roll dice. I don't really know how this goes. I think I use this dice stream thing.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to, because I'm rolling with 3D2. So.
Okay, so the seller versus. What we do is we do a comparison. I'll even highlight it. Oh wow! You got a 1.
That's a 12, but my wild dice is a 1.
Got a 1 in the wild die. That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. Let's see how well I did. Oh wait, I think I have to stop presenting for you guys to see my dice. Yeah, I don't have wild dice because I'm the GM. So I rolled a 10, a 12, which a 12 based off of your 10 is not too bad. So if we reshare, the way that it would work is, if the seller beats buyer by 3 to 5, the price is 110% of the local market value, which means he'd cut you down by 9%. However, I'm going to add a complication to this. You can add that one in, so that's what we're going to do. So basically, you're getting 90% worth of the value of this work. Oh, there's cool things for like modifiers and stuff. That's kind of cool. If you've never worked with somebody before, you can add some stuff in. Ooh, you can use it for bribery too, but we're not doing all that. All right, so so we're just going to call it a push. The bargainers have never dealt before, so no modifier. But we could have done that. That would have been crazy. You can add math to extra math. That's always fun. Your math's superior to my math. Cool. So he gives you 90% of your value, and I've got a complication that I'm holding in reserve, which would be awesome because it's going to result in shooting. Aola, just be advised there will be shooting as a result of that failed roll. Sweet. So Aola, why is it that you don't trust Moegan, even though Tal thinks he's kind of up and up, Verpine?
So he's got this weird twitch that it only seems to kind of flare up when he's specifically talking about this job he's sending us on, and it's this weird kind of twitchy thing he's been doing with his right limb? Question mark. Where whenever he's talking about the job, he kind of taps the table with it, and he wasn't doing that when we first walked in, so it's kind of odd.
So you guys didn't see the book when I was sharing it, is that right?
Correct.
Oh, poop on a stick. Well, trust me, there are rules in the book. Page 51 is the rules on haggling and bargains. So there you go. Love PDFs because I could just control, find, haggle, and it came right up. Don't you love that haggle is a word you can search on in RPGs because everyone wants to talk about haggling in RPGs, especially old school. Awesome. Okay, well, trust me, it's there. There are like 2 tables and modifiers and all kinds of cool stuff, which he failed. But only a little. So you get, I'm going to say that it's not as profitable as, bounty hunting, like you're just moving freight. So you're getting basically 90% of the take. You would get a couple thousand credits to haul some crate. It would have been higher because I don't want to do the math. It is basically 90% is 2,000 and 100% is something more than 2,000. You guys want to do algebra to figure that out? That's awesome. We'll give you a character point. I'm not doing it. Speaking of which, I'm going to say successfully getting off Coruscant gives everybody 1 character point. So I'm going to award that to you. Normally it comes to the end of the session, but I'm just going to kind of work it in because it's kind of a cool escape, and you might need it later with the shooting starts.
Thanks.
Hey, I'm thoughtful, if nothing else. Cool. So you guys, you've worked it out. You've got a 2,000 credit haul that if you can take off tomorrow morning. You don't know what it is as far as what you're hauling, but it's a pretty peaceful place. It's probably no trouble. So you probably need to talk to your pilot. Not telling you what to do, but it might be good to secure him.
Yeah,
and,
I guess.
I do think our pilot needs to share with the audience what he's been doing during this whole period.
Okay. I had a second drink, then I had a third, then I had a fourth, then I had a fifth, and one of those things from the jars. Then I wondered about what the twitching of their tentacles was. And then I moved the jar of those things away from me and stopped making any eye contact with that jar. And my flaps fluttered.
Nice. I like that before you were making eye contact with the jar. That's adorable.
Possibly.
Cool. So we pick up with Tal and Aola walking over towards you. He already smells like a small factory, or like maybe like a mechanic who spilled a bunch of oil somewhere. That oil being alcoholic.
I think we coordinate it so Tal goes up on the right side of him and Aola goes up on the left side of him.
How you doing?
You know our business is done.
It was. We're just...
You did.
Oh, go ahead, Tal.
I'd say you did well. We were pleased.
Great. I'll
You
give a
passed
little
our test.
customer survey report for you to fill out.
Well, how about instead of a report, how would you like to make some more credits?
How much?
Tal is doing the mathy.
Don't all speak up at once.
Guess if we're getting 90% of this figure, say we promise 45% of it, would that be? No, split it 3 ways. So we'll start off at like 30% of what our promised pay is.
You can start off at 30% of the promised pay.
Yeah.
You probably should keep your bargaining information to yourself.
Well, and I don't say 30%. I don't know what the figure is. Whatever that monetary amount, I give that amount. Sorry.
Let's say it was easy at 1,000, so we can say 300.
Okay. Yeah. So 300.
300?
Yeah.
What we're talking? A cargo run?
Yeah, it's a simple cargo run.
How many sectors?
It's in the Outer Rim.
The Outer Rim?
Yeah. That's not far, right?
For 300?
Actually, you know what? I'll make it 600. After noticing correction in chat.
Come on, kid. Outer Rim's 600?
I mean, you did make a large amount on the first trip getting here, so that should account for something.
Yeah, right, kid.
And you don't have to buy the fuel. That's most of your cost right there, right?
$600 pure profit.
Yeah.
And you've left that trouble of yours behind, haven't you? It's not going to follow us, is it?
No, absolutely not.
No way out here. And you handled it so well, so.
I think because he's drunk, he's not going to see that. Yeah. Well, actually, he's not that drunk, but he's just enough that it's, he's not going to look too far into their motives and
Oh man, I thought we were going to get a roll off of bargain versus perception or something there. That's awesome.
I think he's like, I think he puts out his hand. What happens if he tries to spit into his hand? What?
I don't know.
Whatever that stain in the bed that you're worried about, a kind of a glob of whatever that was kind of appears in his hand, and he just puts out his hand to shake it.
Oh.
That's worth 100 credits right there.
Yeah, that should be a discount. I stare at his hand for a moment, kind of like, okay, fine, and I reach out and shake his hand.
It's like a pretty strong, firm grip. This pretty big meaty hand around yours.
Nice.
And then immediately wipe my hand off after we're done.
Is it on Ayla's like dress or her?
No, because she would kill me, and she could. So, yeah.
Sweet. So we'll kind of end that scene there. We'll take a 5-minute bio break and pick up for the last bit of the game. It's probably going to end pretty quick. So, and we do have future sessions, so we'll take a break here.
Okay.
Since it's just me and you, let me see if I can share the. Can you see it now? Can you see? You can't see it?
So, nope.
Dang it. Okay, let me try sharing. Let me see, try sharing the screen. If I share my whole screen, what do you see?
Nothing.
Nothing. How does sharing stop? So you see a black. What if I present to everyone? Does that do anything?
Nope. It was working fine earlier.
I know, right? Just have to go off, like, stop using the rules or something, because I can't prove it.
It's okay.
Rule 0. This game doesn't work for you. Just do what feels good.
Spoken like a true Tidindle player.
Tidindle.
I quite like it. By the way, my version was pronounced trendy. Trendy. Traditional and indie. Trendy.
Yeah, but then I just sort of
Trendy
picture
gamer.
like the. Oh my god, what the heck are they called? My brain just skipped out on me.
Portmanteau?
No, the dudes with the little like top knots, and it's so cool to be retro.
Hipster?
Hipster,
No,
thank
what?
you. That is the word I was thinking
Okay,
of.
all right.
All right, we're back. So I think the Rindar, how did you spend the evening? You just stayed at the bar, got trashed? Did you
Yeah, I think I might have blown half. How much did I get in advance on that cargo trip?
We didn't do 5,000.
You got 5,000
No,
from the tour.
the cargo.
The new one.
Yeah, nothing.
The one that brought me to this planet.
There's so many jobs. You've always made
So many jobs.
Yeah, you got 1,000 credits for that work.
Yeah. I would have probably sunk about 500 of that into that gambling thing.
Jeez.
And now we know why he has no hydraulics on his.
Did I win any?
That's a good question. Gambling. Okay. So this
What would that be
is
under?
this is underneath
Perception.
Perception as well. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I should just look at the character sheet for Aola. So gambling is we'll just make a roll out of it, right? So if you want to roll perception, let's see. All right. 2 characters playing Civ. No, we don't want to do that because that's playing Civ. So all right. You gonna cheat?
I don't know how I could. It's some sort of arena, some fighting.
That's
thing.
true. You can't
I'm
really.
seeing a projection and.
I mean, Tao could maybe cheat by like trying to splice the feed, but yeah. Cool. So you're going against the house for the house's odds. I'm just going to set that as a flat difficulty then, and then similar to the bargain rules, you're going to take out of it based off the difference of what you are. You're gambling 500 credits, right?
Yeah.
So you're so screwed. Your difficulty is moderate. I'm going to set it a nice lucky 13.
Okay. At least this time it's possible without modification for the roll, like last time. 13.
Nice. You take back a good. Hold on just a second. I do apologize. I'm not going to take like 20 minutes to look up a rule, but I did mention it, so I'm gonna actually. Here we go. All right. So you met it right at. So I'm going to say that you actually earn back 50 credits. 10%.
That was really crap odds, but I was drunk. I wasn't paying.
Yeah, chances are you were going to lose your money. You spend those 500 credits for entertainment value. That's how you should think of it. Not gambling.
Yeah.
It's for fun. Yeah. Aola and Tao, how did you spend your evening?
So Aola palmed Tal's crud stick and switched it with hers. She's gonna go fix up the ship so it's actually like somewhat livable. You know,
Nice.
get a totally new mattress. Probably some like throw pillows.
Cool. There's
I'm
like
gonna fix
Birthright
it.
engineers who are
Half a
like,
bucket.
project, how many credits do you have, Bean, to spend upon this? We can insert as many modules. This is a very modular design. There are many things that we can have ready for you. More than pillows.
More than pillows. So
Would you
kind of the
like
way
an extra set of quarters?
extra set of quarters. That would be wonderful. How
The Verpine, they kind of talk to each other. One of them has a data pad, and he's like drawing on it furiously.
How big does that extra set of quarters come?
One of the kind of female identified is, how big do you wish for it to be, gentle being?
Oh my god. Maybe twin beds.
Twin beds is no problem.
Oh dear.
Chittering to each other excitedly.
Oh good.
These guys could be from like the design school, and this is their first project in a while. Could be.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, I will totally give them new things to do. Like we're gonna totally like fix the walls because for some reason I just imagine like one of Rendar's walls has like a big hole in it, so that needs to be fixed. New wallpaper, whatever the Starship version of wallpaper is.
Star paper.
Star paper. We're just gonna. Can we just get rid of that whole like bathroom area and put a new one in? Because that's. I don't know what happened in there, but I don't think that can be fixed.
That is easily done, gentle being.
Just giggling at the comments in the chat. And yeah, we're gonna totally like deck Rendar's room out too. So it's gonna get like a whole new bed and new.
You're replacing the pillow?
Yeah, giving him several pillows because everyone needs several pillows. Maybe a nice rug for the middle of the floor. Give poor Bucket like some sort of a oil job. That's like their version of a spa.
Like an oil bath? Nice.
Yeah.
He has not had that in eons.
I can about imagine. I hope his open wiring doesn't drown him when he goes in.
Are you replacing Bucket, or are you just trying to...
Oh, no. We have to keep Bucket. We're trying to fix some of the cosmetic stuff.
Nice. Yeah, the more engineering-minded, he says, do you wish for us to fix the coolant unit on this astromech droid?
Oh, yes. Good idea.
Somehow it was converted to keep canisters of liquid cool.
Yeah, that clearly isn't working. That clearly isn't working.
Cool. All right, they'll whip it up. It's going to be like, if you want to have it done before everybody takes off, they're going to quote you a price of like 5,000 credits, which is crazy.
That's fine. I'll even tip them.
Oh my gosh, they skitter excitedly at that. They're like, whew, that's the best ever. Like, there was this like odd look from the female identified one when he said 5,000 credits. When you say it, just her little plug eyes like, whoa.
Chop chop.
They get to work. They're all over the place. Yeah, it's totally like one of those home redecoration shows where they've got the certain amount of time and they gotta bust it to get this done.
Oh, that's so good.
Cool. So Tal, it looks like Ayla left you. Why? What did she leave you doing on this place with all kinds of cool techies? And there's even like an IT shop. There are some people who talk like on different fora about coding.
Yeah, I think I'm geeking out and talking code and with everyone, probably trying to find the local IT shop to see if they have what's the latest gear they have and
you could totally
software.
Yeah, they have all kinds of cool software programs. some of them, they're guys just like waiters. They'll just trade it off with you, and just you get to geek out with a few of the Verpines who are super into code and splicing, and they'll share some tricks, and you can show them a few cool things too. You could probably buy even a newer computer if you wanted, if you had the credits. It's a good deal here.
If I had, some spare money.
Well, you've got your credit stick. You could totally buy it.
Well, okay,
It's
I probably
like
think
25% discount from the next level up of the basic computer if you want to buy one here.
I would do that. I guess I reach in my pocket and reach for my grid stick.
Okay, cool. You pull out your credit stick, you pop it in, and this is a Verpine. Hergix, he looks at it. He's like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Did you? This comes up with only 5 credits and the lyrics to a song."
Run it again. It should have considerable more
Oh,
than
sure,
that.
sure. He cues it up and he's like, "It's just repeating couplets with a boring chorus and 5 credits. I'm sorry. Is this the wrong credit stick, sir?" I got that right. You are a sir, right?
Yeah, yes, I am a sir. Apparently it is. Put that on hold. I'll be back.
All right, sir. Or you take your credit stick back. You're gonna head back, try to find Aola. It's like late at night now. Let's say it's like you've been up late, hanging out. You're not at all drunk. Rendar, who knows what we do like a quick shot of Rendar, and he's got all kinds of credits like up in stacks around him. He looks happy. The flash kind of disgusted, but his eyes look happy. And then where are you gonna find Aola, by the way? I'm curious. It wasn't like she told you where she was going.
Right, she didn't. I'm gonna check whatever room we're staying in first, obviously.
Cool, yeah. You guys are in some kind of rent a place. It's clean enough. It's like Super 8, Space 8 kind of thing, and I don't think Yale is there, no.
Do we have communicators? I'm gonna
I have a
assume.
communicator. It is on my character sheet.
Okay.
Nice. Ayla is a communicator.
I think I put one on there. Yes,
Okay.
I do. Personal comm link. So
There
yeah,
you go. Smart man.
I
See, that's
call up
the
Aola.
traditional thing. Is it on your character sheet?
Right. I call up Aola.
Cool. Ayla, you've already made the deal with the Verpines. What would you go? I mean, there's some pretty heavy gambling going on. There's that betting on the arena, but you could probably get into some sabacc or some
Yeah,
other
I kind of feel like though once like the modules and stuff were installed, she'd want to stick around to make sure like she could color coordinate like rugs with wallpaper with
that's
dreams.
awesome. I totally love she's into this. You get raised on your comm. It's your brother. Oh wait, no, it's like a radio. Yeah, this is Star Wars, so you don't know who's calling you on this comm.
Oh dear. Hello.
Aola.
Hey, no, not that shade. The one that's about 3 shades lighter. The rose-colored ones. Hi.
Well, I guess that probably answers my question of why I have only 5 credits and some kind of song on my cred stick.
Oh yeah, I borrowed your cred stick. Did I forget to tell you?
Yeah, you kind of did. Wow. Okay. That would have saved some time if just clued me in.
Sorry. You have access to your bank account, right? There's got to be like a bank here.
Not the point. I could have done that before I went to where I was going, had I known.
Sorry. Oh, but you're gonna love what I'm doing to the ship. Rendar, maybe not so much, but eh.
You know we're only renting, right?
Yeah, I'm fixing it up for free. He should thank me. And now he has a nice area for guests. I mean, I didn't want to spend too much, so we still have to share a room, but I figured that would be okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a pleasant conversation. I'm gonna let you have that conversation with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'll wake up tomorrow, probably in the morning, probably hungover. It won't sink in until we're airborne, I'm sure.
Let's hope not. Okay, I guess I'm off to try to find a bank at this hour.
It's cool. So you're headed off to a bank. The slightly geekier of the Verpine comes a little closer. Hello, crew. Are you sure this is a rose? It looks more like a blush to me. Are you sure?
Can we get that next to the fabric we're using for the blanket?
Oh, yes. Color strips. It's an excellent idea. I like working with her, and it's like holding up all the different strips. Cool. So we'll cut to Tal wants to go to a bank, and what are you trying to do at a bank? You want to try to rob the Roche system of all of their credits?
No, I'm not gonna try. I've had enough bank robbery, I think, for a while. I'm gonna stick to just transferring credits from the account that I set up into my credit stick.
Oh yeah, that account's locked down.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Here's a complication. That account's completely shut off. And you think, you're not entirely sure, but you think probably you should log out.
Yeah,
the tracer coming back your way. You could probably stop the tracer if you want to make a splicing roll.
You know what? I'll go with it. I'll follow the GM's suggestions. I'll go with it. Let's create some trouble. I'm unconfident. I can do this. Yeah.
You're a smart guy. You're good at this kind of stuff, right?
I am. It's no big deal.
Okay, so I think you actually even have skills in this, right? You have security codes?
With security codes, if I'm doing, I can forge security codes.
Yeah, that's true. So I think maybe computer engineering makes more sense, or security.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. We call it splicing. I think I picked that up from one of the video games from like way long time ago. Like Knights of the Old Republic, maybe, is where I first heard splicing.
Yeah. I from my understanding, at least reading the book, the computer program and repair seemed to be the hacking skill.
Yeah.
Computer engineering was like writing my own programs and stuff.
Okay, cool. So computer programming and repair sounds perfect to me too. So thanks for that. And it looks like you're pretty darn good at it, which is great. Because so you're trying to turn off a trace before it gets a lock on you. This is mostly just if somebody tries to access this, put a trace on them type of thing. Pretty simple overall. Except it turns out this has been beefed up just a little bit because someone stole hundreds of thousands of credits from everyone in Coruscant. So it's going to be difficult, and we'll set that as a 17 for you to beat this trace.
And I wanted to save those character points for the future guns, but I think this might be important too.
Yeah, nobody has any force points. Yeah, only Deck had a force point.
I mean, character point, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, but you got a character point.
Yeah, who needs a level up? I'll spend the character point. So 6 dice. Oh, well, that was a good, nice one. That was a nice waste.
You still get to count it, though. That's 5, 10,
21.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so you can work around that trace and even reroute it to somewhere else if you want to keep. Like, do you want to stay in?
I think just enough maybe to top off the credit chip we have. No, I better not push my limit.
No, do it.
Okay.
It's your money. You stole it fair and square.
Can I redirect that trace?
Yes. With that 21, you can take that trace, you could redirect it, and somebody on Tatooine is going to get their butts shot off.
Okay. I was hoping. I don't know. Okay, that's fine.
No. I'm sorry. You tell me.
No, my thought, and this may not even be possible. I wonder if I could reroute it to like a description of our pig nose guy in the bar.
Awesome. The pig nose guy back on 1313?
Yeah.
You bet. That sounds amazing. It's totally the thing we'll see in the credits later when it rolls. That's great.
Right.
What? What do you mean? I don't even have a computer!
Yeah, and then I'm just going to top off my, I guess, what is it, like, whatever the max this credit stick can hold.
Okay, cool. That'll
I'll
be
do
another
my.
roll. But you're in the system, so I'm gonna call that just a 14. You do that, you can refill up your current credit stick, the one like physically you have.
Is that the only option I have for getting credits? I mean, I can't like make a cash withdrawal kind of thing, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of imagining that the banking clan has a pretty like that account's not going to get moved anywhere out of the banking clan's hold. You can dump it into cred sticks, so I would say that you can probably drop it into your current cred stick, which I don't know, what do you think has a 15,000 limit?
sounds good. Okay.
Okay, cool. So
So
difficulty 14 with splicing in to grab that money. It's all yours, so
dice, don't fail me now.
do it. Fail, dice, fail.
10,
So
20.
dang, you are so good at this. So good. So good. You should just keep doing this the whole time. You can win the game this way. All right, awesome. Yeah, so you fill up your cred stick. You are good to go. Yeah, that Pinos guy is in so much trouble. So
Yes, I feel bad for him almost.
almost.
I'm gonna log out of that system and leave.
Okay, cool. Anything you're doing that evening?
I guess I'll go back to that extra go back to the tech place to upgrade my computer the next step.
Awesome. So you come back, and a couple of the Verpine are hanging out, and they're talking to a droid. They're humming this song that you've never heard before. And one of them's like, no, no, the next lyric is like this. So you come in, and like, hey, Tal, did you get that worked out?
Yeah. About to go. Oh, hold on just a second. There's gonna be a loud beep on my end.
No worries. He muted himself, I think, because I didn't hear a beep at all.
We have a toaster oven that likes to tell us when it's being turned off, and it's very annoying. So anyway,
Turn me off! I'm a toaster oven!
okay, yeah, doing good. Wanted to see if I could look at that system you had earlier.
Sweet. Oh, sure, yeah, come back, and they kind of pop open the little computer there, and they swipe a couple of symbols across, and they're showing off the wares. Like, yeah, man, you can pick this up and like I said, it's like 20% off of the rate for a personal computer, so it's a really good deal. Gently used. It is not hot.
Oh, even better. Yeah,
It's even
I
cool
just
to the touch.
take a look at it. If everything looks good, then I'll pick it up.
Awesome. Yeah, it's 25% off of the rate for that personal computer. If you want to go up by one strata, give yourself a few more the next time you want to hackathon.
All right.
Sweet.
And that's all I got. So I'll quit hogging the camera.
So we're gonna end the session with the last scene, which is what I'm most looking forward to, which is called like the big reveal. On Home Depot, this would be the moment where like Rendar would be blindfolded, he'd be let in, right? He'd be like, I don't even know what you guys are doing here. And then he'd reveal, and then we'd see, and then we would do like a half and half, where we show the old ship and then the new version and everything. So we kind of that would be the montage that would happen. Yeah. So Ayla, are you waiting for Rendar when he comes back up to his ship?
Yeah, because I'm assuming he's going to be blitzed as hell, and I kind of don't want him puking all over his new duvet.
Oh, actually, let me ask this question, Rendar. Did you actually get a room, or were you planning on trying to stumble back to your place at like 5 a.m. in the 5 a.m. standard in the morning and sleep in your cockpit?
I'm not wasting money on a room.
Nice. Cool. So this happens the wee hours of the morning, Aola, and the bed is. They were going to work on his bed last. They've actually pulled his bed out, and they're replacing it with a whole new one. They're working on this space wallpaper, star paper.
Okay. I kick the landing strut.
Oh yeah, it doesn't shudder. It's actually pretty firm. Your toe hurts a little bit. Just a little bit.
I kind of give it another kick.
Still,
Oh, Rendar, no, don't
Fuck
kick
yeah.
the ship.
Oh, are you there beside me?
I come running out because I'm assuming you're making a lot of noise, banging your toe against
you
the ship.
totally hear that, Aola.
So you open the landing?
Yeah.
The little.
It comes
Yeah,
down
it's all-
like.
I don't like that. That I don't like. And I walk past her.
They're still working on your room.
Yeah. Shh. I might even like kind of touch your face. And then I like kind of huddle up in a corner where my bed should be and fall asleep.
Reminds me of, like, there's one of them who's got like the wallpaper kind of dangled over his head, and Windar walked right past him. And
Yeah, I walk past
push
all
it
the
up.
people working.
Should we keep working?
Yeah, he's been drinking a lot. You could probably hammer right next to his head and he wouldn't even wake up.
Oh, that's good. I'll have to test that in a moment.
Get
I
the
think
the
at
little
one point
nail
somebody
gun
might.
out.
Does somebody start like hammering next to me, and can I just like punch them without even opening my eyes?
You can punch them
Okay.
into the little verpine thorax. Ow!
Yeah.
I got it. So Aola's actually she's got some moves, so she's actually gonna like basically put him into a submission hold. You're like, okay, you should be good now.
Nice. Yeah, Radar, yeah, flaps on you and stuff there, Aola.
Kind of, yeah, just feeling sleepier, and then
Yeah, it's a submission move. You get to pass out.
yeah.
Sweet. So, yeah, you'll wake up with a hangover in the morning. You're laying on a new bed, which is very soft. Do you like soft beds, Rendar?
I don't think he puts that much thought into beds, but it feels wrong.
Yeah, it totally feels wrong. It's super soft. You've got like 3 pillows. You're still wearing the same clothes. Nobody touched that. And you're surrounded by like this nice rose palette all around.
There's like a nice like perfume in the air of lavender.
Nice lavender. There's like a bowl with some, like potpourri type stuff in it, and some candles burning.
What did I do this time? Oh.
Bucket kind of runs into the bed when he gets aware that you're awake. Bucket is shiny.
I don't like that. I don't like any of this.
And then it wheels out of the room. So we got the Verpiner kind of talking to Aola. You're doing your final inspection. Your twin, you got a room. Basically, they cut into one of the modular holds to create more than enough room. You've got your own little sonic shower, and yeah, they basically kind of picked something out of like a modular home, like an area, and they just kind of placed it in and then secured it to make sure it was really good and tight. And they extended the hallway, and they've got, of course, all the nice amenities that you'd requested. So it's a pretty decent little place.
It's posh.
Posh, totally posh. Yep. So there you go. We hope that you enjoy, and if you wish to return to Roche, we will be happy to work for you further on this ship. Or if you get a different, nicer ship, we will help you with that.
Everyone off my ship now.
She just totally ignores Rendar. She's like, absolutely. And if I find anyone else who needs anything done with their ship, I am recommending you guys.
I'm just like holding my.
Nice. There's like Verpine fist bumps going all around. These guys are feeling pretty awesome.
So, and then I'm definitely gonna give them, we'll say 8,000.
Wow. It's the best thing ever.
I think I get up using my staff as a kind of a help me up, and then I'm going to start just poking them off my ship, jabbing them.
Yeah, one of them's like, I can't believe this is amazing. Like, you should thank your friend. Take off down that.
Can I kind of like actually almost like just crack that one around the head?
Yeah, you can bop him. Cool, and then as they're walking down, Tal, you're walking up, and yeah, it's not like it's new, but it's definitely been cleaned up. The ship has.
I almost see Tal walking up, kind of looking around, then kind of confused and leaving for a second to figure out and look at the outside again. Is this the right one? Go back up the ramp.
You catch loads of what was the species called?
Oh, Verpine.
Yeah, a load of Verpine, kind of being chased off the ship by an angry Bok.
Nice.
Huh. Must be the right ship. Okay.
Smells like lavender. Bucket wheels by. He doesn't wobble near as much anymore. He still looks, past the expiration date, but still.
At least I know where the money went.
50% less sparks coming off him.
Ta-da!
Yeah, well, I guess I won't be scared to sit down. That's something.
Oh, and look, Rendar, and she throws herself into your little pilot seat, and it spins around. She's like, look, it spins now.
Okay. I like that. Get the hell out of my seat.
And she will with a big grin, like the big I won grin.
Nice gamble there, gambler. Oh, and thrown in by the Verpines because they saw how insecure it was. Bolted into the wall of the hallway is like a pair of fold-up seats that have actual, seat belts and stuff on it.
Ooh.
So you guys can drop it down, and the two of you can sit down and latch yourself in.
Fancy.
It was gratis. They just felt really nervous about such a good payer to,
not have anywhere to sit.
or to get tossed about and basically have your neck broken.
Yeah.
You won't be able to come back and spend more money.
It's true.
Please come back to Roche. We love you. Awesome. So anything else? I imagine this is the point where your good buddy, the contact, will show up to hand off and load up the ship. Is there anything else that you guys want to do while you're still on Roche?
Don't think so.
Okay, so Mogid will show up. He'll transfer half of the credits, the other half to be transferred once. It'll be transferred from your location area once they've confirmed everything's good. So you guys get 1,000 credits, and you're cleared for landing or cleared for takeoff. Takeoff. Cleared for takeoff whenever you want to go, Rendar Bach. Captain Bach.
I guess I've been paid the previous job.
Yeah, you got paid for your previous job when you landed. That's what you used for gambling, and then you made 50 credits on top of that.
But I had this. They gave me 50%.
Yeah.
Then and then the other 50%.
Right.
Once they'd confirmed. Okay.
You're good. They confirmed that. They handed over this morning. So it's another $2,000. So you made $4,000 off of it, half up front, half after. So you're rolling, man. You got so much money.
I got like 9,050, I think.
9,050 credits, and you're going to get another 600 right here. 300 now.
Well,
300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half now. I'm not doing that full thing.
And you're getting
anymore.
refueled. So
Yeah.
things working out great, man. It's coming up aces. These guys are like Lucky Charms. Not the cereal, because the cereal's
Bucket.
really...
Engines.
Here, point.
That kind of...
Wheels over, starts engaging the engines. You can see that your cargo bay is getting, your cargo hold is getting locked up again, and you've got your new stuff. Mogan's transferred the credits. You guys are starting to buckle up. And you're starting to take off. Looks like you'll get off of Roche, no problem. And that's when we end as there's a Barlaw's class medium freighter that kind of pulls up right over top of where you guys are flying, and they are aiming turret guns at you. And that is the end of our game session.
Oh no!
So cool. That's the end of our session. Thank you guys for playing. This was super fun. I would love if you've got a few minutes, because we ended just a little bit earlier than normal, if we could do a little bit of Roses and Thorns, a little feedback. We can go ahead and take this off air, because it's perfect for everyone who watched. It's perfect. Thanks for watching.
Not me.